index betting on where exactly Tua will be drafted. A lot of options out there. Anita, you were kind of ahead of everything on this in terms of Tua falling, but now we have to wonder, falling to where?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question mark. And this very well could be the story at the end of the first round, because everything that I'm hearing is he's fallen pretty far now. I believe he falls out of the top 10. There's so many injury concerns, of course, the hip and the ankle. From what I understand, he has not been doing well with all his Zoom interviews. Keep in mind, he's a left-handed quarterback. I'm talking to a number of scouts who feel that when he rolls right, he can't throw across his body. He can't make all the throws. And now I'm hearing a lot more in regard to, the concern that, his numbers were more so in regard to the talent that he had around him, offensive line and wide receivers. So there's so many question marks with him. So there's a chance he might fall even below 10. So I'm going. I love the bet. No more than 2 quarterbacks selected in the top 5, Doug.
Wow, interesting. That is another prop under 2.5. Look, I think GMs can't help themselves. I think they love quarterbacks. We've seen so many moves in the last years, Joe, of all these quarterback or these teams trading up out of nowhere to grab a quarterback. It just takes one. Where do you sit on this 2.5?
Tua should be getting himself an ExxonMobil endorsement the way his stock's been plummeting this week. But the thing is, you could put 15 general managers in a room and 14 of them can tell you they don't like Tua at all and they don't like the medicals. It just takes that one team. It just takes that one team to pull the trigger and feel confident in the kid who put some great tape out there and would be great for ratings, jersey sales, and all that good stuff. So I see him sliding. I agree with Anita. I don't think Herbert's a lock for the top 5. I don't think Tua's a lock for the top 5. I go under 2.5 quarterbacks in the top 5, but I'm still very intrigued at the idea of Tua landing with the Los Angeles Chargers. You're moving to that new stadium and you're paying rent. You don't own that place. You're going to need to draw. This is a kid that can draw in Los Angeles.
And he's beloved. I mean, we saw his, sort of just his overall personality when he got that injury. He just really has those intangibles that teams love at the quarterback position. Let's go to a team that's not used to drafting in this slot, usually at the end because they're going to the Super Bowl, but the Patriots did not last year, knocked out at home by the Titans, and it's a new era. We all know, no Tom Brady. So where will the Patriots go with their draft pick, minus 230 at Caesars, with an offensive player with the first of their draft picks, plus 185 on the comeback? Anita, it's so hard for me to get any read, whether it's yes, no for the playoffs, whether it's a season win total, whether it's the draft prop, because we don't know who's going to play quarterback, if it's going to be some of the current guys or all the free agents out there. A lot of uncertainty in New England right now.
There is. I see them trading back. It's typically what they do. They're just so brilliant at doing that and stockpiling a lot of draft picks. But regardless, I see them going defensive player here. Keep in mind they lost a few linebackers in free agency, and I'm hearing a lot of love for linebacker Patrick Queen. This guy, even though he's a little small, he's a ball hawk. He's smooth. He's got excellent coverage skills. So I see the Patriots going linebacker wherever they might draft, but I do see them trying to trade back. That's what I anticipate.
Okay, so you like the plus 185. It'd be funny if some of these tickets just cash like middle second round for their first draft pick. The Patriots trade all the way back. Joe, I kind of agree here. Defense was their calling card last year. So I would think Belichick would look there for, especially with the price. I kind of like the juice there.
Yeah, I'd be going the other way to play the offense. They had a good defense last year. They did lose some key players, but they were number 1 in the NFL in total defense, number 1 in scoring defense. It was the offense that was a huge problem, and they just lost quarterback Tom Brady. Why wouldn't they look to that side of the ball to bring in some firepower or protection for whoever's going to play quarterback next? That's why I'd be leaning offense. Plus, keep this in mind, 12 draft picks this year, including 3 in the 3rd round. Anita's right. They were the masters of trading back to acquire more picks. They understood the value of the 2nd and 3rd round before anybody else. However, if Tua, just throwing it out there, if he slides like everyone's anticipating, who's to say, just like Peter King mocked it up, that perhaps the Niners, good friends with John Lynch, or good friends with the Patriots, they swung the Garoppolo trade. Who's to say that a Tua slide isn't met by a Patriot phone call to move up and grab their quarterback of the future? Perhaps it's a long shot, but I'll take the offensive player in this one.
I think you can say that about a lot of teams if, in fact, Tua does slide.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.